Howdy, y'all.
Hi, guys.
It's Ryan
And Angela.
from RNA Music. Deep in Howard, Texas.
That's where we are.
Right now.
Bam.
Hey, it's the end of the year. What's
It
today?
is. Today is the 30th.
December 30th, 2016. The last Ask RNA of 2016.
The last one.
So it's kind of nice. 2016 is almost over,
Oh my gosh.
which is good.
Uh-huh.
So let's get right to the questions, shall we?
Yes.
First question. Boochie Daddykins. Merry Christmas, guys, and thanks for another year of great videos. I love them. Thank you.
Yeah.
Angela here. Angela, your hair looks great. Like that, too. I am envious being bald.
Oh.
Me too. And your beard's still looking awesome, Ryan. I love its length and density. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Looks
Questions. Very random.
Okay.
Number one. To what length will you grow your beard, Ryan? And do you do anything special to maintain it, or do you just let it grow?
Yes.
Let's do that. All right.
Okay, sure.
I don't know. Right now, I think I'm almost past the longest I've ever gone before. Like a year or two ago, I grew it pretty long, and I'm just kind of want to see what happens. I thought I would do the year thing, the yeared, they call it, where you just let it go for a year,
Yeah.
see how it goes. That's what Adam did.
Yeah.
My friend Adam Lamar's got
Yeah.
epic beard.
And his is real strawberry blondish.
Yeah, he's got,
Very
wisdom
cool.
streaks mixed
Yeah,
in with
very
the
cool.
red.
Yeah.
Like his is very red.
Yes.
Mine's brown and red.
Yeah, it has more, yours is more like an auburn hue with some wisdom streaks. I like that.
Wisdom streaks.
And it has like this little bit of a curl flip on the, right here on the sides. It's cute. I like it.
I kind of think now that I'm already this long, it's like, I might as well just
Might as
go.
well see how it would look.
The plan was this time was actually to go a year. I think I'm either 9 or 10 months in now.
Yeah, something like that.
I think about 9 months probably.
So
we'll see.
around my birthday.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Now, there is a barber here in town called The Bearded Barber.
Yeah.
Which is awesome because he has a beard.
Yeah.
And so I have gone to him a few times to kind of like trim the sides up a little bit and kind of make it not so crazy. Because last time I just let it grow and it was just like, yeah.
Yes.
It was.
So
it goes out like this.
So it has some definition to it.
So the length keeps going, but it's not like high
out here, like a wilderness man.
Yeah. So I have gone to that guy. I have started using beard oil.
Yes.
Actually,
it smells nice. I like it.
It does smell nice, actually, really. But it helps. It helps not it be crazy. It helps sort of tame it and not go so crazy.
Right.
So I have used that and there's some other stuff you put in it. There's some other stuff you put it in to make it kind of lay down a little bit.
Right.
And then you have to comb it.
Maintain that mane.
Yeah, what's kind of crazy is I've always had facial hair of some kind because I hate shaving. Like, who has time to shave?
Yeah.
But now the beard's like, crap, you got to do stuff to it so it doesn't look, like stupid.
And we even like talked about, because we're business owners and we teach children, and so we thought, well, what kind of image does this portray?
Yeah.
But people who know us, they don't care, so.
Yeah, and Santa Claus has a beard.
It's right.
Kids love Santa Claus. He has a beard. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
And we'll see how far it goes. Next question, Angela. Having never experienced it, I'm fascinated by homeschooling. When you homeschool your kids, do you kind of base their day around a structure that is similar to a regular school one, or is it a little more free form in style?
It's free form. I don't do the regular school. It tends to be more stressful. And right now I'm really focusing on what the boys are talented in, their talents. And I'm not forcing the way the school system is programmed on them. Because where one child, they get frustrated in math, like Nicholas, math is not his forte. He's okay with it and he can do it, but it's not his forte. And Aiden, he's really good at math. He understands math really well, but he'd rather write than anything. They love to read. They're avid readers. They have like like novels. I mean, they read like the thick stuff.
Yeah.
And
real books.
Within a day. I mean, they'll read a whole book one day, both of them. And so I'm really trying to mold that aspect of him. Aiden wants to write his own book. He has so many book ideas that he just writes away in his little journal. And the things that they want to be and do when they are adults, the normal school system just doesn't work for cultivating that. So we go freeform all the way. And so that's something that, we're trying to teach them, that a lot of stuff that even the school system teaches is just kind of a waste of time for a lot of kids, and they're being burned out because their brain just doesn't work that way. And so this has been really great kind of freedom to, we don't have to do that much of this or that. You don't really need to learn that. I mean, you should learn it because knowledge is power.
There are things you need to learn.
I mean, and it's good to know, because when you have a conversation with somebody, you should be able to know where Seattle is and know what, certain parts of China and what just little things like that. So there are certain things that we do learn, but they'll read a history book in a couple of days, and so we talk about it and stuff. So it's very freeform, and I love it. It's really relaxing, and we do it when we do it, and it's built around our schedule, and it's not so stressful. I mean, right now Nicholas and I are engaged in a game of chess, and Aiden
today he's learning how to lose at chess to Mom. She's awesome.
And so it's just little things like that and it's relaxing, and we talk and we have conversations, and I love it. So
yeah,
that's what we do.
It's great. I was, in public school, I was one of those kids, like, I read really fast, and they probably get that from me, and I love to read, but I would be in class, and the teacher's literally standing at the podium reading the chapter in the book, social studies. She's just going through I'm like
they're taught to do.
And I'm sitting at my desk like, I read faster than you do. And so I've already read I'm already 3 pages ahead of the teacher. She's still talking, back 3 pages back, reading. And I'm like, well, I can read. Mm-hmm. I've already read that. So I'm finished the chapter. I'm just like.
And I'm the kind of person, like, when I read, it takes me like an hour to read a chapter, because I will pick apart like every sentence. Like, well, why did he go there? What must it look like? I wonder what his facial expression. And I'll sit there and like camp out on one sentence, daydreaming about what it must have been like to say that to your mother or whatever it is. So it takes me a long time to read, because I just don't read and process. I have to pick apart and evaluate, because I look at the creative part of it, and I start thinking about the author and how long it must have taken them to figure this, So both of our boys are like that. They have that both in them. So their way of learning, homeschooling freestyle is it has helped them quite a bit, because then they can stop and ask questions and go in deep, or they can just read through if they're in that kind of mood, and it works.
I think it works great.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have done that. Like, I could have finished my social studies class in high school in like 3 weeks, as opposed to a year.
If I was given an opportunity to step out of the classroom and just gone to the library and been able to take my time, I would have done a whole lot better than having to force to be like, okay, are you done yet? Are you done yet? I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm still wondering why this guy went inside this room. Why would you do that? And it just, so.
You can really play to to their strengths.
Yes.
And everybody's learning style is different, and public school system is very cookie cutter, one size fits all.
Yeah.
But we all know that every person is not the same,
Mm-hmm.
and every person has different learning styles, and so we're able to really dive in deep with the learning styles that our kids can just pick up things quickly. So.
Yep.
But it's not right for everybody, and not every parent can do it or has the time.
They need that school structure thing, where our kids, like Nicholas, he's a huge follower. I mean, he's a people pleaser. He loves to make sure everybody is okay, and he'll do whatever it takes to make sure that you're happy. And so that was kind of poisonous to him as he was going through adolescence, where he would do whatever the kids, and he would listen and talk, and because it was what his friends wanted to do. Where Aiden he's a huge rural kid, and if there was slight disorder in the classroom, he did not like it at all. He's my military policeman kiddo. And so
Very
a classroom
structured.
at his, even at first grade level, if it was any kind of off thing, he was just like, not having this. And he would speak up. And he does not keep silent. He stands up. He's like, wait a second. Let's not, I'm not doing this. So
He's very firm in his convictions.
yes, he is. And so that, you know, it's, and whenever you have a teacher who honestly needs to keep her classroom in control, but you have all these different personalities pulling her all different ways, Aiden can't, he would start to lash out. And so both of them needed to be fine-tuned.
For different reasons, yeah.
For completely different reasons, so.
Great question, man. All right,
Thanks.
number 3. Do you both have any thoughts, reflections, and or feelings on the passing of George Michael and Carrie Fisher this week?
Okay, my thoughts and feelings about George Michael, I really didn't have time to mourn him. He wasn't as I mean, I listened to him and you know, Wham, and just that was a part of my childhood, but it wasn't as strong as others that have gone, because I'm more of a TV kiddo than I was necessarily a music kiddo, and movies were my thing and still are. And so Carrie's, I actually cried just even thinking about it right now. Makes me tear up. It really hit me hard, because I have lost track of George Michael, so I don't know what condition his life was, or what, you know, if he was sick or anything like that, which is still sad, because he was so young. He was so young.
Pretty young.
Oh my goodness. But Carrie, she's been like in my life since before I was born. She's been in, we've watched her many times a year, and I mean, I loved her when Harry Met Sally and, you know, other productions, and it's just, that was really, really tough. Mm-hmm. Really tough on me. So.
Yeah, it's, you know, sad, but it's sad when anybody passes away. This is, I think my struggle this year has been, there's been so many celebrities who have passed away, you know, now it's become a thing, but, and of course, you know, I'm a massive, huge Star Wars fan, and from when I was a little kid, I was born in 75, and so I grew up with Star Wars and just love, you know, so obviously it's very sad, because I attach her to that character of Princess Leia. That's how I view her, and like, I know she was in other movies, but I didn't follow any of that stuff. I didn't follow her life, you know, outside of, you know, other things, but so it's really sad to see, you know, someone you're a fan of, but I've also struggled a lot with how you know, upset people have gotten this year over celebrities passing away, when it's like, people die every day. Mm-hmm. People die horrible deaths compared to what's happened to our celebrities every day, and like,
a lot of them were really old too.
Yeah, well, and a lot of, we looked them up. A lot of celebrities this year were
in their 80s.
They were 80s, 70, 80, 90. I'm like, well, you know,
they lived a good life, but it was, I think it's just because they seemed like they were just like back to back. Alan Rickman took me. That was upsetting for me. I know he was sick, and he was in his 70s too, but Robin Williams hit me hard. That one was tough for me. That one was real. I know that was a couple years ago, but that was really tough for me. But
last time I got really emotional was when Dimebag Darrell was killed. Yeah, like, I was really emotional about that. But I was, you know, using the word fan is, you know, pretty strong. Yeah. You know, I'm a fan of Carrie Fisher, but I'm like a mega fan of Dimebag Darrell. Right. You know, so
and there's different levels.
It's sad when anyone passes away, so you don't want to diminish that, particularly for their families. You know, it's sad for us.
The next day,
it's sad for us, but you know, their families are going through way more than we are.
Than we could ever think of.
So it's tough, you know.
It really is.
And on that, we're going to go on to the next question.
That's so sad. Thanks for bringing us down.
Thanks, first question, sadness. All right, Sean Austin. Angela, I noticed you're wearing an old black shirt. How do you keep your blacks so black? Back in black. My shirts always turn a charcoal color. The Yoda story would be awesome. Love you guys' RNA videos. The RNA videos are always my favorite. Ryan, thanks for the Hellraiser Solo 2 passive suggestion. You're welcome. I still love that guitar. Looks and feels, sounds magical. Happy New Year's. God bless. How do you keep your black shirts black, Angela?
And this is not an old black, but it's
Yeah.
one of our. He's had it for a few months. We wash the devil out of him. I think for most part is that we wash our clothes always in cold.
Yeah, we do.
We don't do heat. We only reason why I think is because first it costs more money to heat up your water in the washing machine.
Yeah, dude.
Second, we were so used to washing our clothes in our old building and our old facility that we had our washer and dryer in because there was no heat.
All there was cold water.
All there was cold water. So I'm so used to it, and it keeps it from stretching. Because if you go from hot to even hotter, drier, it's going to draw up your clothes. It's going to fade the color. And so we always wash our clothes in cold water.
Yeah.
And it cleans just the same.
Oh, yeah. It does. It does a great job.
Yeah. So that's I think that's the trick. I'm not a sorter. I don't pay attention. Everything goes in. I don't have time to sort. I don't.
Blacks, blues.
I barely have time to fold, let
Reds.
alone sort. Everything goes in. So cold is my friend. If I did it on hot water, you'd have to sort because the colors would bleed faster, blah, blah, blah. So, no, everything goes in.
Wash on cold. There's our secret.
Yes, wash on cold.
They do fade, like my black shirts. I have a lot of black shirts. I mean,
and I think it depends on the brand. The Gildan shirts don't fade as much as the Hanes and the Dickies.
It's probably the blends. The ones that are blends hold their color maybe better than the cotton.
Than the cottons.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
Cold and blend.
Blend shirts.
Blended shirts and wash on cold.
There you go. Dymo28. I've been looking at getting strap locks, but intrigued with the Planet Waves Lockstrap that I've seen online. Are you familiar with it? Which would you recommend? Thanks and Happy New Year.
Thanks.
Great question. You're talking about this. I happen to have one.
I did.
I do, and I am familiar.
There, that's better.
Let's strap lock my face. I am familiar. Here's the only thing, though. You do have this big, chunky, hard, plasticky thing on the end of your strap, and it may or may not touch your guitar, the wood. So it could possibly, just depending on the depending on the way the button is, it could kind of bump your guitar here and there. Now, if you got a guitar that's old and it's already got scratches and dings and dents, who gives a crap? You know, it's fine. But if it's a brand new one, I don't know. I use this on the my Cap 10 that I have. But here's one other thing. I was going to use it on one of my USA Washburns, but the USA Washburns have a really big oversized button, and this actually would not fit on that strap button. So I have one guitar that this will not fit on because of the way the buttons are. But it fits the others. But, you know, personally, I use Dunlop strap locks. I use the dual design strap locks by Dunlop. And I would probably go that route because you can use any strap that you want. So if you get a new strap or a nice cushy one or one with flames on it or whatever, you can just swap it out.
Right.
I mean, these are great. These are all right. I got one for myself just to have it. But my personal preference, and we love D'Addario, so I mean, don't get me wrong, but my personal preference is strap locks themselves. So.
Right.
There you go, man. Thanks for the question, Dymo. Brian M. Questions, no particular order, just a few things, wondering around my feeble mind. And he's got quite a few questions here, so we'll try to get through those.
Okay.
Number one, are Gibson style headstocks really that difficult to keep in tune as opposed to an inline headstock with very little string break?
Answer that one.
I haven't found that to be any particularly difficult. Not really. Actually, the only guitars I have experience with the straight headstocks seem like they've been less stable than phone.
My ringer. I have a text.
It was a text. Okay, we got to hurry up.
Okay.
So I haven't noticed that to be true in my situation. Number two, what pedals do you carry in your store? We are dealers for TC Electronic. So anything TC Electronic, we can get or have
There you go.
in the shop. I don't have any right now because it's end of December and we're trying to like as little inventory as possible for the end of the year. So there's not a whole lot. We'll stock back up in 2017.
Okay.
Why is Paul such a bitter bass player? Because you will not let him do any runs or fills when playing? Oh no.
He's just
That's all he plays is runs and fills. Paul will not go.
No.
He's
We're like, we're just playing Happy Birthday, Paul. We're just playing Happy Birthday.
Oh yeah.
Still new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
No,
filling
he's
and running
born that
everywhere.
He's born that way.
He's just naturally
He's
bitter.
made in bitterness.
Even if he wasn't a bass player,
Yes.
he might be bitter. I don't know. The bitter toy collector.
Oh, that's like a villain.
I don't know. But maybe Paul will come in and answer this question in a comment. That would be funny.
Yeah.
We love him, though.
Yes, of
He's
course.
great. Yeah. Number 4. What is Angela's worst crochet order nightmare?
Nightmare.
Have you had one?
I haven't really. I've had some pretty stressful ones. I have had one where they kept on changing the color, and I would send pictures, and they would change the color. They're like, I don't like that. And when I think maybe, and I'm going to tell on my cousin. This is my cousin, so I don't really care about if I'm picking on him.
Yeah,
but
he's fine. He'll be fine.
He'll be fine. DJ, you'll be fine. But I made him a Viking helmet, and he kept on like, oh, it's too big, it's too big, it's too big. And I made like 3, maybe.
Yeah.
And it kept on, but that's really about it. I've never had a nightmare yet, because I like a challenge. And there's some that I've done that I'm like, I'm never doing again. I'm not.
Because the work was just...
It was too much.
Not worth it.
And it was a gift, so it was free, and it was too much work for a free gift. And I'm not that generous.
Yeah, that's crazy talk right there.
Yeah, my time, yeah. So I think that was it. I did one, and it took me longer than I thought, and it was ridiculous. And yeah, that's about it.
Probably every time I bug her for, I want one. Can you make this
I
for
want
me?
it. I want it.
Can you make this for me? Can you make this for me? She's like,
I'm like, it's for a girl. But I want it.
I want this crochet AT-AT.
Yes. Yeah, someone posted it on my Facebook page. It's an
AT-AT.
It's an AT-AT Star Wars. And it's...
I say AT-AT.
AT-AT, whatever. And it's just this, stuffed little thing. But Brian was like, oh my gosh, I want that. I'm like, no. Because every little piece is a separate piece. Every piece of it was a separate piece.
It was a real tight stitch, too.
Yeah.
It was tight, real tight.
That would take...
whatever.
No.
If I give her $100...
I said $100 and I'll make it. So... But no, not really nightmares.
No.
Where I've laid
You get a lot of people asking, hey, I want this. And you go, okay, great, it'll be this much.
Yeah.
And then they don't ever.
And they don't ever want
Everybody wants something until they
And
have to pay for it.
Exactly.
You
And
know?
that's been interesting.
And of course, you'll tell people, it's like, well, I'm not going to start making it until you pay
me.
for it.
Because I've actually spent the time and worked something out. Oh, I thought, we've changed our minds. I'm like,
Yeah, if
I've been doing something else, but that's okay. Thank
something
you
that
for
was
wasting
a
my time.
specific order to a specific person, and you make it, and they're like, oh, well, we want something different. We're like, oh, I don't really want it. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, I just spent 15 hours making something, and now you don't want it?
Yeah. I make it look really easy, but it does take a lot of time, and I manage my time specifically so that I can do multiple things, so I can do them. So, but anyways.
Yeah. Number 5, when someone orders a guitar through RNA, does the guitar come through your store for setup first, or does manufacturer drop ship directly to the shipping address?
Say both.
Well, 99% of the time, it comes to our store first. A lot of manufacturers will not drop ship guitars.
Yeah.
So, which sometimes it would be great, sometimes it wouldn't. I have had a few Diamond guitars, or for DBZ guitars. They would do drop ships for me, and I think I did maybe 3 with them. And, of course, I had to trust them to make sure that they did the setup good before they shipped it out. And of those 3, I didn't have any problems. But, I have had guitars come from manufacturers that when they were here, I needed to do some work to it. And so my preferred method is I get it, and then I send it. Just because, I have pretty high standards for when I send things out. And I've had stuff come to me that like I wouldn't have sent out to a customer that way, so I have to sort of tweak it. But pretty much it comes here first, and because that's the only way most companies will do it. Companies don't like to drop ship like that, so we do it. That's how we do it. Costs more in shipping because I've got to pay shipping to get it from the company, and then everybody wants free shipping on guitars, so I have to eat the shipping to send. So we make a lot less money that way, but it's just the nature of the business. Thanks, Brian. Last, final question.
Yes.
Kurgel Kreutzer.
Hey.
Merry Christmas to all.
And to all a good night.
Merry Christmas, Kurgel.
Merry Christmas.
And my question to you both is, what were the highlights of 2016 and what were the low points? Cheers. Man.
I think the high...
You want to go low first and then high?
Let's go low first.
We want to end on a high point.
Let's yeah.
See?
I think the low was we had a lot of just disappointments in things, certain things, business, and we've been challenged.
We can't talk about the low. I mean,
the
the low
were
things we can't
so
really talk
low
about.
that
We can't even discuss it publicly.
It's not.
It would not be.
That would be a different.
It would
kind
not
of
be
show.
appropriate to.
Yes, but I think in the same vein of those low points, our relationship has gotten stronger.
Oh yeah.
Because we've had to really kind of stick together in a lot of stuff. Yes, because everybody on the outside of our little family of four felt like they went crazy.
Everybody went insane.
Everybody took the red pill, and it was just interesting and sad in some cases. But that was our low, I think. And I don't expect we could go any lower than what the low was. So yeah, there was that. And we learned a lot of, we had a lot of people become good friends through a lot of this. We've gained a lot of new friends, and we lost a lot of old friends through this year. And I think the low part was losing a lot of friends through trials and stuff. But through that, we actually gained new friends and a lot of great support and love from people that came out of kind of nowhere, really. Yeah. And so that was really good because it tested a lot of friendships, and we found out who our real friends were.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I think that was a part of the highlight, is that we came through that with a stronger relationship with us, with our children, and with some family members, and with our business. So.
Yes, I think somebody's here.
Hello.
Sorry, I had to fix a string for someone on their 12-string guitar, which I love working on 12-string guitars.
Oh yeah, it's a highlight.
High
points.
Highlights. I got a couple of new guitars.
Yes.
I got a PRS SE.
Yes.
30th anniversary. That was pretty cool.
Boo boo boo.
Just got
so much.
I just got for my birthday and Christmas the new Schecter Hellraiser Extreme, which is I've been very, very happy with that guitar.
Yes. Nice.
So those are gear highlights.
Yeah.
I guess.
I think the Heritage guitar possibility.
Oh yeah,
guarantee, really.
Yeah. Well, we have I haven't really talked about it yet, but we're
sorry.
So, well, it's just
surprise.
It's a surprise.
Surprises.
We're going to be Heritage guitar dealers in 2017. Starting in 2017, but I talked with them this year. I met them at the Arlington Guitar Show.
Yes.
They've come to the shop a few times to talk to us. It's Heritage is the company out of Kalamazoo, Michigan that took over the Gibson factory when Gibson moved in '84. Some of the longtime Gibson employees started their own company in the same factory, continuing to build in the more traditional way that Gibson used to do things.
Yeah.
And they they kind of like what we do here, and we
said thank you.
We said, yeah, we did. They made it, let me just say this, they made it very easy for us to say yes.
Yes.
For Gibson and Fender, it makes it very easy for you to say
no.
No. Because they want so much from you and put so many restrictions on you.
Yes.
For a smaller mom and pop either.
Right.
You know,
we ain't got time for
Heritage
that.
was very like, hey, we'd like to work with you guys. And so that's now we won't actually have any Heritage guitars until probably January, February.
Right.
But just the whole interaction with them and them being very cool and the way the way we structured our dealer agreement with them
is wonderful.
Was very nice.
It was right up our alley.
It really was. It fit what we do perfectly.
Yes.
And so that's exciting to add another company to our list of people we carry. That products are awesome, of course, but then how the company does business is one of the things that we've learned also in the last 2 years.
Especially this last year.
Particularly this last year.
Kind of wrapped up in this little ball of, okay then.
All right.
Yeah.
If that's how you're going to be. So, you know, working with companies that...
understand that we're the company. We're not their company.
Oh, I don't work for them.
And we, you know, a lot of companies try to be that way.
Yeah. So...
So this is so nice to have, and we have so many other companies that are so good to the mom and pops.
Yeah.
And we carry them, and that's why we still carry them. And we really appreciate people who understand that and want to nurture that with us instead of have ulterior motives. And so I think that's been actually a highlight, because we've learned a lot in our business, in our and the way we run things. That 2017 is going to be, I think, amazing business-wise.
I think it's going to be
because we're just going to build on top of what we've learned. So
yeah, I think our winter recital was pretty awesome. It was a lot of hard work, but pulling it off was, you know, definitely a highlight.
Yes, another thing we learned from was our winter recital. It was a big squeeze, but it was a good learning experience for everybody.
Yes, it was.
And our kids got stretched, and more kids are performing in bands, and it was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed it. It was good.
Yeah, so it's good. All mine are like gear related.
Yes.
So I'm like, I got stuff.
Yeah, I got things. But it was good things.
My beard got longer, which is great. It's been a high point.
It's high points. It's okay. It's good. It's good. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. You know, just still having, you know, kind of finding out, you know, who our real close friends are and who will really stick by you is a really great thing to learn. And whittling the things out of your life that are unnecessary.
Yeah, for growth and for just, and this is a good lesson to learn for the following year. It's like, keep people by you that want to see you succeed, that will always be there for you to tell you the truth and to help you grow, and be that for somebody else. Don't allow, you know, jealousy and your lack or your insecurities keep you from being a good friend, because in the end, every single one of us need somebody that will always be there through thick and thin, and we should not only have that in our lives, but we should also be that for other people in their lives. And so that's what I'm going to carry into 2017, is that how people treated me is how I'm not going to be towards other people. I'm going to strive to be the best friend, the best mother, the best wife, the best human in general that I could possibly be, because I'm tired of people just being selfish and taking advantage and looking out for number one. And it's not about that. Your life affects everybody around you. And that's how we're raising our children for the next generation, to leave their mark, a positive, healthy, love everybody and respect their walk type people. And I think that's a highlight for me for 2016 to go into 2017.
Knowing my focus for 2017, you know, really at the end of 2016, really solidifying what is our focus? And for me, that's our word for years and years has been perspective, and which is, I think, will always be perspective. Will always be something we think of.
It's always back here. It's always.
Yeah. But for 2017, my word is focus, and being focused on specific things. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, great question, Kergel. Thank you so much. I'll have to edit this with in the middle. That'd be quite funny, but
it's okay.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you for following us on YouTube this year and asking, being part of our Ask RNA and our vlogs. And we're about to hit 4,400 subscribers. We're at 1.3 million something views on YouTube.
Yes, thanks for sharing the love. And getting us out there. This little mom pop shop and deep in the heart of Texas. Yeah,
I definitely have some ideas and things I want to do for our YouTube in 2017 to maybe just see how far we can push our YouTube. But I'm not going to stress about it.
Yeah. So share.
Like if you like it.
And share.
Yeah. And thank you for all the questions and comments. So we will see you next year with the first Ask RNA of 2017. Leave your questions below, and we'll try to answer them next week. You guys have a safe New Year's Eve. Be careful out there. Be safe. Have fun, but be safe.
Yes.
And take care of yourselves. Take care of your family.
Act like your grandma's watching. Unless your grandma's crazy, then leave her at home.
Yeah. If your grandma likes to party, watch out for her. Keep an eye on her. Thank you guys so much. Keep the music alive.
And don't forget it.
Wheelie, wheelie, wheelie.